Hello friends, you all love games, right? At times we even play games without even knowing the game rules just for the sake of fun. That's all fine. But sometimes we're also playing a game without even knowing that we are in a game. Let's look at those games in today's video. Let's go. Hello friends, you're watching Sendil Shares. I'm your Sendil. So the game I was talking about is called arms race. It's a concept that was coined during the Cold War between USA and USSR. So basically it's a Cold War, right? So they can't fight with each other to show their supremacy, but they took a different route called the nuclear arms race. Basically, USA, to show their supremacy, builds a nuclear weapon, and to counteract that, USSR will build something higher than that. And to counteract that, USA will build a nuclear weapon even higher than that. And this race, is there an end to it? There is no end at all. It keeps going on and on forever. And that's a nuclear arms race. If you look at this deeply, even if a war happens, right, there'll be collateral damage for both the countries, which you don't want. Even if there is no war, the public tax money is being spent on developing weapons which we don't need, which is also clearly of no use. So an arms race in general is indulging in an activity that is of no use, that's not required and desired, with clearly no end to it. And all these things are happening just to showcase superiority. And there are many such arms races happening in and around our lives, and let's look at those as well. The classic example can be promotion at workplaces. It can even happen at your workplace. There might be some companies where just for the sake of promotion, companies might ask for a post-graduation degree. Just for the sake of promotion. The job wouldn't demand like a post-graduation degree at all. If you're pursuing this ME or that MBA, it's not going to help you at the work, but still the company demands it. That's an example of arms race. I can see that happen even at the recent announcement of UGC, University Grant Commission, wherein it says that for the post of assistant professors, everybody should have like a PhD degree. And this is going to come into effect right from 2023. The moment this announcement was made, I can see more and more lecturers joining the colleges to pursue PhD. But at the outset, it might look like, okay, everybody is pursuing this degree, it's good for the country. But no, it's not good. To teach engineering, I feel if you have read BE, if you finished your BE with good understanding, you're good enough to teach it. And ME is more than enough. But mandating someone to pursue a PhD just for the sake of promotion, it's not going to be of any use. Because if all these lecturers out there are pursuing a doctoral degree for the sake of promotion, that research is going to be of no use. And it's not going to help the country. It's just going to be another degree that's added to their profile. And if everybody gets saturated, right, then the government might mandate for a postdoctoral degree. And this will keep going on and on with clearly no end to it. And if there are anybody seeing this video from the academic angle, please do look into this. But yeah, these are the arms races that are happening to us. Like, we're just victims of that. But there are many arms races where we are the sole reasons for it. For example, to showcase supremacy among our friends and relatives. If someone buys an iPhone 10, if you're going for an iPhone 11, they're going for 12, 13 and 14, and sometimes even getting an EMI to buy a mobile phone just to be in the race, are clear examples of arms race. The same goes with car as well. People trying to get loans to buy a car are clearly, without a need for it, are clearly examples of arms race. Someone buys a Shift, then someone buys a Skoda. Someone buys a Skoda, they go for a BMW, and this keeps going on and on. And the companies are there to very well feed this arms race as well. This is happening. If you look at even simple examples, right, this is happening even in the marriage invitation cards. Right now, when I see the invitation cards, right, people are spending like 200, 300 rupees in creating a simple invitation card that used to cost like 5 rupees for that matter. This is just to showcase the supremacy, right? And because if someone prints a marriage invitation card of this much cost, somebody else wants to overcome that, and this is also going on. This is even happening in the food menu that is being served in the marriage halls, right? Earlier it used to be like 10 items in the food menu. Right now we have 20, 30, 40, 50, and this keeps going on and on. And all these things are examples of arms race wherein we're trying to show our supremacy. But things like these, like marriages, are all kind of emotional as well. We don't have to be very serious about this. But thing which is very, very critical is we are getting trapped in an arm race in the form of a schooling system. We have classified our school into multiple tiers, like starting from the government schools at the bottom of the pyramid, then private schools, normal private schools, then we have CBSE run private schools, ICAC and IB. We have classified them to some kind of societal status. Tell me the school that you're sending your children to, I will tell you about your societal status. This has become a reality these days, and this is really, really disappointing and very serious to look at it as well. But people might argue that the governments in schools are not of that much quality, but there is no proof to it. We can't say that the government schools are lacking in facilities or the faculties are not good enough. It's just that we have been brainwashed into this belief that the private schools are good, because eventually all of them are trying to enter into something like IIT, which is a government institution for that matter. So we have to look at it from a different angle as well. So just to help you in this matter, I would like to introduce one more mental model called a Shirky Principle. It states that institutions will try to preserve the problem for which they are the solutions. I'll repeat, institutions will try to preserve the problem for which they are the solutions. So right now you can see more and more private schools popping out everywhere, and they act as solution for the lack of facilities at the government schools. That's how they have been projecting us. And if you look at all the private schools, right, all of them are not-for-profit societies and trust, right, and the motto of educational service. And I feel the best education service that they can do is take 2 to 3% of their profit and spend it on the government schools in and around their locality. By upgrading that government schools, that will be a great service, educational service done by them. But they can't, because for the very same problem, they act as a solution. They can't, but we as parents, we can, right? Instead of spending lakhs and lakhs and rupees on the private schools, why don't we come together and try to upgrade our government schools in our locality? What's stopping us? Are we inherently looking for a difference when it comes to social status? Do we want our children to be slightly higher than our relatives, than our neighbors, than our friends? Is our arms race stopping us? I leave that decision to you. Not just when it comes to schooling. Look at the arms race that is happening around you in other parts of your life as well. I hope and see if you can come out of it. That's very important. I hope this video was useful and thought-provoking. Please share this with your friends and family, and I'll see you soon in an interesting and impactful video. Until then, take care, stay safe.